Jeff Cowan here from Jeff Cowan's Pro Talk, back with my weekly podcast entitled Right Service. Write your own paycheck, the path to making over $100,000 a year when writing service in the United States of America and or Canada. Now, like I always like to say, I want to drive this home. 20% of you that are watching this right now are making over $100,000 a year writing service, but that means that 80% of you are not. And so here's what I want that 80% to do. I'm going to encourage you to keep watching me, because if you keep watching these podcasts, tell your friends about it too. You keep watching these podcasts, I'm going to give you tips and techniques and word tracks and processes to get you in that group of $100,000 a year money earners. I'm also going to encourage you to invest in yourself. Read, train, go to training classes, watch training videos, invest in yourself. Don't wait on your business, don't wait for your bosses, don't wait on anything. Life is too short. You want to be the best, then you got to do something about it. But I'm going to help you get there. And for the 20% of you that are making $100,000 a year, you keep watching, because I'm going to show you how to even make more. Okay? Now, I'm coming to you today with a great little podcast. I've entitled it, Holidays, Events, and Excuses. Holidays, Events, and Excuses. Now, I call it this because we've reached a time of year, at least here in the United States of America, where all these holidays and events start happening, and where they're great opportunities and should be seen as great opportunities, we tend to, in our business writing service, use them as excuses not to be the best we can be. You know, we use them as excuses. And what am I talking about, holidays and events? Well, you know, it all kicks off this weekend with the Easter holiday. That's followed by spring break. That's going on at the meantime, right? And that's not long. We've got Mother's Day coming up, then we've got graduations, people graduating from college, graduating from high school, middle school, elementary school, and even kindergarten. I remember last year at this time, I went to see my grandson graduate from kindergarten, one of the cutest things I've ever seen. Not long after that, we've got Father's Day, and then we've got summer vacations, we've got the 4th of July, and then it all starts to wind down with Labor Day. Now, during that time, like I said, we use these opportunities, we turn them into excuses not to be the best we can be. You know, we use them as excuses, well, nobody's going to be coming in because it's a holiday, or it's this, or it's that. Baloney. This is the busiest time of year for service drives. Everybody knows that. And then the flip side is, well, it's so busy around here, we can't be the best because it's so busy, we can't be the best. That's an excuse. There is no excuse to not be the absolute best you can be. The way you need to look at this is an opportunity. You got to be the absolute best so that every customer you talk to every day, when they pick up their vehicle and go home, see you personally, as the only viable option to keep them and their car running the way that it should. So I got 3 things I want to cover here to prove that these are opportunities. Okay, the first one is this. When you talk about these holidays and these events, okay, you know, Mother's Day, Easter, graduations, and the like, I've noticed over the years that people don't walk to those events, they drive to those events. I don't suspect this weekend, as I'm with my family driving down the highway to go to where we're going to go and have dinner, that there's going to be people walking on the highway. I don't suspect I'm going to see people on side streets and country roads walking to church. I mean, they drive their vehicle. Same things with the graduation and everything. They drive their vehicle. So what that means is these cars need to be in tip-top shape. They need to be road ready. Now, road ready means a lot of things. It can mean mechanical, big things. Okay, and I don't understand why I don't see more service centers advertise like they do in the fall. Hey, it's winter time, so get your car ready for the winter. You should be advertising the exact opposite right now. Hey, it's springtime, we're getting ready to go into summer. Get your car prepared for the heat and the harsh weather that we know is coming to your area. So they have to be mechanically sound. And you got to get people thinking about the smaller things like batteries. Heat kills batteries. Either tires, since they're going to be driving more, because this is the time of year that people are out of their houses and they're driving more than any other time of year. So they have to have tires, they have to have windshield wipers, and all these things. And you know what I've noticed as well? This is a great opportunity. Not only do we need to remind them of that, and we need to be the best we can be at delivering a process to get them set up for that, but they also, you know, this is a time to advertise car washing and details inside and out, because as people go to these events and go to these holidays, they want to do it in a clean car, and a car that looks good, feels good, and is spotless inside and out. Number 2, I think it's a great time to think outside the box and offer special offers. I mean, why things as simple as gift cards. Now, I could go on and on here, but I'm just going to give you a couple of ideas, like gift cards and services you could offer. For example, for Mother's Day, for several years, I've given my wife, I do it on and off because I don't want her to just to expect it, but I'm going to do it this year, so don't tell her. Hopefully she doesn't see this. But what I'm going to do, and what I've done many times before, is I'll take her car and tell her I need it one day for work because hers is bigger. And what I will do is I will drop it off and get a full detail inside and out. It will be spotless like it's brand new, and she loves it. She claims it's her favorite Mother's Day gift of all because it's something that she likes and she enjoys. She loves having a clean car. Graduations, it's a great time for gift cards and special services. We've got all these young kids and these young adults coming out of these schools and going off into life, moving out and whatnot, and most of them don't have brand new cars. They've got cars that need attention. I remember when our oldest daughter graduated from high school, from college, she knew that she was going to be driving a distance to her new job. She's a nurse, and she knew she had to have a car that was running well, and she had a decent car. But at the time, it had horrible tires on it. So part of her graduation gift was we put new tires on her car, and we got it all tuned up and ready to go for her so she could be safe in it and feel safe in it. And I know, giving somebody tires for graduation or something like that may not sound great. Hey, you just finished 16 years, 17 years of school, so, congratulations, here's a set of tires. But she needed it, and she loved it. She loved it. So, you got to think outside the box. And not only get these people, like I said a second ago, their car road ready with mechanical and wipers and tires and all that stuff, but even with details and things, but you got to think outside the box with some offers. Why not run a Mother's Day special where you can detail the car? Why not offer a graduate a coupon where they can come in and get brand new tires or get their car tuned up? All right, why not offer a special, hey, if you bring your vehicle in, we'll inspect it for free, do a free multi-point inspection, give you a report card on your vehicle so you know when you hit the road for your vacation, when you hit the road for the 4th of July, when you hit the road for Mother's Day, Father's Day, and these other events, your car is ready. These free inspection things generate a lot of business. Now, before I get into the final thing I want to talk about, I want to tell you about some things that are going on around here at Pro Talk. Really, really happy here. I've got a new book I've been telling you about I'm working on. We're just weeks away from it being published. The working title, I think the title is going to change, but the working title is it's the Service Advisor's Bible for Closing the Maximum Amount of Sales. Now, in this book, I'm not only going to talk about the one area of closing that everybody focuses on, which is how to ask for the money. I'm going to focus on the 6 areas it takes to close somebody, the 6 different areas of closing when writing service. This book, I'm sure, is going to be an instant classic. I don't care if it sounds pretentious because there's going to be somewhere in the vicinity of 150 ways to close people, maybe as many as 200. I haven't decided yet. It's not going to be in book form, but there's also going to be a video program for it as well. If you're a business, you may want to take advantage of that. If you're an individual, you can take advantage of that, so keep your eyes on that. I'll give you updates on that as we move along. Also want to let you know, as you may remember, last year at this time I put a book out called What I've Learned from Attending Over 35 Indy 500s, Lessons in Management, Leadership, Motivation, Sales, and Life in General. And over the last year, that has become the #1 best-selling book, business book, surrounding the Indy 500, the best-selling one. And over the last 40 years, it's the 3rd best-selling Indy 500 book of any type over the last 40 years. So it's a hit. People like it. So here's what I've done. Not only is the book still available, and you can get it anywhere you get normal books, but I've turned it into a video program. And here in the next 10 days, it's going to be about a 7-hour program, 5.5 hours to 7 hours. We're still editing it. It's to become a video program that will be on my virtual training system. So you virtual training users out there that use the Pro Talk system, you're going to get this new program. Now, it's not specifically designed for advisors. It's for anybody in any thing that they do in life at any age. Anybody in your business could watch this. It might even be a good graduation gift. So if you're a business, you're going to want to hook into this. If you're not using our virtual training, it's going to be a standalone program on its own. If you're just an individual, that is a great thing. It's based on my best-selling book. You got to get that. Also want to let you know that in addition to our virtual training, that I will be announcing our fall workshops coming up here very shortly, probably by the next podcast. And I also want to remind you that we have in-store training where our trainers, the absolute best in the business, they've all been in the business for at least 30 years. They've all been highly successful advisors, managers, fixed operations directors. They will come into your service centers and they will be with your people. 85% of the time they're there. They're out on the drive, side by side, coaching, critiquing, role-playing, and even writing service. So we have service advisor training, the best in the nation to be found anywhere. I have management training. We can train managers of at all skill levels. We have quick lane. We can set up a quick lane. We can do business development center. In short, there's nothing we can't do to help you become the best you can be. If you want to have maximum sales, maximum retention, maximum survey scores, you're listening to the right guy. I've got the products, I've got the content, I've got the team, I've got the staff, I've got the trainers, I've got it all. If you're serious, call us. Whether you're a business or an individual, I will help you become the absolute best you can be. Now, you got to get on this stuff, man. Lots of things going on here. You can't wait for anybody. Stop waiting. Life is passing you by like that, okay? So let's get on this and be successful. So back to the podcast. We have one more point here, the third point to think about as these holidays and events are happening, these opportunities. We're not going to use them excuse them, or these are opportunities. The final thing I want you to think about, number 3, is this is the time of year when most new vehicles are sold. Now, I believe this summer is going to be one of the biggest sales cycles we've ever seen in new vehicle sales for a number of reasons. First and foremost, we just had the slowest first quarter we've had in many, many years, and most people believe that is because of the bad weather that's happened here in the United States of America. People simply couldn't get out of their houses to go buy these cars. So we've got this extra pent-up demand. So I think there's going to be a lot of new car sales. And this is a great opportunity for everybody listening to this, whether you're at a car dealership or not. This is a great opportunity. Now, what do I mean? These people are going to be looking for a place to get these new cars serviced, all right? And in the last podcast, I gave you a bad stat. I told you that 50% of the people who invest in a new vehicle and are offered a free oil change at the dealership where they bought the car, 50% of them don't even return to get the free oil change. Well, I was wrong, and several of you pointed that out. The real number is 71% of the people who buy a new car and get a free oil change don't go back to the place of purchase and get the free oil change. They'd rather go someplace and pay for it. So what does this mean? If you're even if you're not at a car dealership, you have a shot at these people. So you need to get off your tail and you need to do some research and find out who's buying these cars and where they're buying them, and you need to start marketing to them. I mean, think outside the box here. You need to start thinking like, hey, you got a brand new vehicle, bring it in here once you reach 1,000 miles, and we'll do a free multi-point inspection on it, and make sure that you got a great car that's at factory specs. If we see anything out of the ordinary, we'll let you know so you can get it taken care of. But we're going to do an initial inspection, and then we're going to wash your car for free. And this initial inspection is great because we found that most new cars, if they have a problem, it's going to happen in the earlier miles versus the later. So come in and get it inspected, get a free car wash. I mean, do stuff like that, because whether you're a car dealership or not, 71% of the people don't even go back and get the free oil change. So maybe as an aftermarket place, a place that's not a car dealership, maybe you offer these customers a free oil change. I mean, why not? Because this is the time to show them. You get them in that first time. You get them hooked on you and make them believe that you and everything you have to offer is the absolute best. You got to play here, and you can keep these people coming back to you for years and years and years and years. I know some of you say, well, they buy a new car, it's going to be 4 or 5 months. You got to think outside the box. This is an opportunity. You're still going to be needing a paycheck 5 months from now anyway, right? So with that going on, and then you got the people who are going to keep their car, and all these people out driving these cars, the busiest time of the year in the hot summer. Don't look at these holidays and events as an excuse not to be the best that you can be. Get your process airtight. Memorize these word sharks so you can say them frontwards and backwards. Study closing, study handling objections, study setting the expectations. Be the best you can be to convince these people, again, repeating myself, that you're the only viable option. You are it when it comes to their car. Nobody, any place is better than you. And it can happen if you look at it as an opportunity and don't use it as an excuse. But you are going to have to stand up and take control of your situation and maximize the opportunity. If you're lucky enough to be in a business that helps you out with that, then hallelujah. If you're not, I wouldn't wait. Invest in yourself. Invest in yourself. And you call us at 1-800-248-2931, 1-800-248-2931. Whether you're a business or an individual, we will help you get in the position to maximize these opportunities and do as well as you can. So with that, just a couple things before we go. I just found out before I started filming this that my son-in-law's mother doesn't have long left on this planet, less than a day. So if you wouldn't mind saying a prayer for my family, and especially my son-in-law and his family, and for her, I would sincerely appreciate it. Her name is Julia. She was a great woman, and a little bit of a tough time for us. But not to end this on a low note, I want to end it on a high note, and I want to encourage you to have the happiest Easter you've had. Enjoy your family. Take a deep breath and just suck it all in because this is a great holiday. It's one of my favorites simply because I get to be around the family. It's a glorious time of the year. Between now and next week, I want you to go out and find as many customers as you can. I want you to get them as excited as you can about your services. I want you to sell them those services, and I want you to collect the commission and start living the life that you deserve, because between now and next week, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to go find as many clients as I can and prospects as I can, and I'm going to get them so excited about my products that they sign up. And when they sign up, I'm going to take the commission that I've earned, and I'm going to continue to live the lifestyle that I have, because I have a great lifestyle, and I want you to join in and enjoy it as well. So with that, you have a great day and happy Easter. I'll see you next week. Take care.